want to build cities of power and might to strengthen with
Forget
will,
everything you've read
house
about how
for
to
delight,
keep a man.
perched on the
Forget the
stand to
manipulation,
find
the
their
games,
space.
the advice to become
Found
more
even
convenient
then, it's a
or
crowded
conversely
old place.
unavailable.
I saw
All of
that
that
the
is just an
power
attempt to
of
repair the
fountains
facade
inside
when the
came
foundation
upon
is cracking.
faith, but it had
But
no
what if I
sight.
told you there's
And
another way?
happiness
A
too
path
can
where
be
you don't
held in
try to
time.
keep him,
For
but
happiness is
instead
a
become a
wide
woman whose
grave in the
loss would be his greatest fear. And this fear isn't born from anxiety, but from deep respect and admiration. Today, with the wisdom of Carl Jung, we will uncover the 3 psychological qualities of such a woman. This isn't about playing a role. This is about becoming yourself. Are you ready? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if this topic interests you. First, she is his muse, not just his partner. Deep within every man's soul, according to Jung, lives an unconscious feminine image, the anima. It represents his soul, his intuition, and his connection to the world of feelings and creativity. Men often lose touch with their anima, becoming overly rational, rigid, and disconnected from their emotional world. The woman he is terrified of losing is not just a pretty face who fits his idea of a perfect partner. She is a woman whose very presence helps him reconnect with his own soul. How does she do this? By being deeply connected to her own feminine nature. She is intuitive, creative, emotionally vibrant, and a little mysterious. She isn't afraid of her own feelings and dreams. When he is with her, he suddenly starts to see the world in color, not just in black and white. He begins to understand himself and his true desires on a deeper level. For him, losing a woman like this isn't just losing a partner. It's losing access to a better, more vibrant version of himself. It's losing his muse. For example, Mark is a successful financial analyst. His life is consumed by numbers, charts, and deadlines. Then he meets Emily, an artist. She doesn't try to change him. Instead, she shares her world with him. She takes him to galleries, shows him how the evening light falls on buildings, and discusses her dreams with him, not market trends. At first, Mark is skeptical, but gradually he notices that being with her makes him see more in the world. He remembers that he loved photography as a child. He starts to feel again, not just analyze. Emily becomes his muse. For Mark, losing her doesn't just mean losing a relationship. It means returning to a gray, two-dimensional world of numbers and losing access to his own soul. If you aspire to be a woman who inspires, not just pleases, write the word muse in the comments.
Second, she has her own kingdom, integrated animus and shadow. A woman who fosters dependency often has no life of her own. Her world revolves around her man. The woman he is afraid to lose is a queen. And every queen has her own kingdom. What is this kingdom? It is her own life, filled with a sense of purpose that is independent of him. Her integrated animus, her inner masculine, gives her goals, ambition, and the ability to act and solve her own problems. She doesn't wait for him to rescue her. Her integrated shadow, her accepted dark sides, gives her boundaries. She is not afraid to say no. She doesn't fear conflict when her values are violated. She isn't convenient or nice 24/7. She is real. A man understands that he is an important part of her life, but he is not her entire life. He is not the center of her universe, but an honored guest in her kingdom. He knows that if he were to leave, her kingdom would not crumble. She would grieve, but she would endure. It is this self-sufficiency and inner strength that compel him to respect her and to treasure every moment by her side. To lose her is to lose the honor of being with a queen. Example: Sarah is dating David. David is used to women adjusting their plans for him. One Friday night, he calls her and says, "Get ready, I'll pick you up in an hour. We're going out of town for the weekend." Instead of joyfully dropping everything, Sarah calmly replies, "David, that sounds wonderful, but I can't this weekend. I'm leading a volunteer project that I've dedicated the last month to, and I can't let the team down. How about we plan a trip for next weekend?" At first, David is surprised, but then a realization dawns on him. She has her own important life. She has commitments and passions that don't revolve around him. Her world will not fall apart without him. And this self-sufficiency inspires not resentment, but profound respect. To lose her would be to lose the opportunity to be with a whole, powerful person. If you are building your own kingdom and are proud of it, write the word queen in the comments. Third, she is a source, not a vessel. Connection to the self. This is the deepest level. Many women enter relationships like an empty vessel, waiting for a man to fill them with happiness, confidence, and meaning. This creates enormous pressure and is ultimately exhausting for both partners. The woman he is afraid to lose is a source. She is the source of her own happiness and inner harmony. In Jungian terms, this means she has a connection to herself, her inner center, her psychic wholeness. Her good mood doesn't depend on whether he called or not. Her self-esteem doesn't plummet from his criticism.
She radiates a calm, fulfilled energy. Being around her isn't anxious, it's peaceful. She doesn't demand, she gives. Her presence in his life is not a problem to be solved, but a bonus, a gift. To lose a woman like this is to lose access to a source of light, warmth, and harmony. It's like being cast back into the desert after finding an oasis, and that is the most terrifying loss of all. If you strive to be the source of your own happiness rather than waiting for it from someone else, write the word source in the comments. So, the woman men are afraid to lose is not a manipulator. She is a muse who awakens his soul. She is a queen who has a kingdom of her own. And she is a source who is fulfilled from within. And the greatest secret is that you should become this woman not for him, but for yourself. And when you do, a man will appear who is worthy of your kingdom and will be happy just to warm himself by your source. If this video inspired you, please give it a like so that other women on their own journeys can see it. And of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue our journey into the depths of the self. Thank you for watching. Be Queens. See you next time.